guys, welcome back to Cassette Conversions. In this video we're looking at TUGS, Volume 3, or the Purple Edition. Got High Tide, Warrior and Bigg Freeze from 1990. This is the last TUGS VHS I'm going to talk about on the web series, and it's fitting, it's actually fitting to actually talk about this VHS, because I mean it was released in 1990 as well, so I mean, obviously the other ones were released in the 80s, of course, 88 and 89, so 1990, so it's alright actually. It's fitting as well. Okay, so not much to say about this one, very much. Same old thing, Castle Vision. I'm not entirely sure if there was a little promo on the front there. Maybe, maybe not, it just depends very much. I know there was one on the previous video I talked about TUGS, so yes. Yeah, fair enough. Okay, so let's go into the episode content, well, the video content, of course. Start off with High Tide, which is a great episode, fantastic. It's very Top Hat centric, in a way, you know, very much, well, of course, very much. Surrounded by the great, Road Dogs, Frank and Eddie, and Lord Stinker as well. And again, great dialogue with Top Hat. I mean, with was it John Baddeley? His name is the voice actor who does him. Great, fantastic. You know, it really, you get the wit, of course, with Top Hat, of course, his British pompous wit, of course, that really shines through in this episode very much. I mean, properly, because it's more focused on him, it is. And yes, again, it's really good, of course. Meant to do with Steel Contract, of course, Warrior and Big Mac, and also you have Zebedee and Zach. Sorry, I'm trying to think of that now. Just trying to get the Steel Contract, of course, trying to get the business doing. And in doing so involves canals, broken bridge, and one of the best scenes, of course, and very dramatic music as well, very tense music as well. That's quite used, but really good use of the music by Michael Dolan Jr. Campbell in this episode. People probably know what it is if you've ever seen the show, but it's a really good one. A brilliant start to the VHS, of course, even though some of the artwork itself sort of says it's like the second one before Warrior. No, the second one after Warrior, something like that. I think it was actually on the spine as well, but actually it's the first one, of course, and it's fantastic. A really good one. There's a lot of good. I think the whole series itself is very standout. It is. There's a lot of standout episodes. You know, there's no duff ones whatsoever. And yes, another classic episode there. Everyone probably know what it is. And then we've got Warrior. Now, this actually is episode 6. I'm not entirely sure where High Tide comes in. I'm not entirely sure with that one. But with Warrior, it's episode 6, so it's after Munitions. It is. So it's all continued. Has a little bit of continuity with Munitions afterwards. But it's another good one, of course. Very, again, so focus on Warrior. Basically, daydreaming and everything else in his own world and everything else. It's hilarious, of course. Then he redeems himself, of course, again with Izzy Gomez, the Mexican immigrant. Bit of an interesting stereotype type of character, of course, but a fun one as well. You know, so you load of bananas to get home. Fair enough. But again, the characters have already realised that one, and it is nicely done, I have to admit. Yeah, but again, another good one. So I have to enjoy it. You know, funny as well. Do Warrior, of course. And then afterwards we finish up with Bigg Freeze. Now, out of all the 3 episodes, this is probably the weakest one. I mean, even as a kid, when I was younger, actually, I remember watching it, thinking, a bit weak it is. But it's a great one in some places. Maybe because it's the last episode. This is episode 13. It's the final episode of TUGS. And to be honest, nothing really tends to happen sometimes. You know, we have like Vienna, this big ship coming in, of course, for the winter. Hercules is coming through, and you know they have to supply light because the large ship's lights somehow out. Of course, need fuel. They get like the old barge, of course. Warrior thinks up burning his garbage, his rubbish in the fog. Even though he thinks he has a cunning plan, of course. Mind you, that's the stuff at night actually works very nicely. It does, and it does pretty good indeed. And yes, Indeed. I think what's significant about the episode is its ending very much. Like, you have a song, I don't know what it's called, but it's sung by a woman called Sue Glover. And it's very powerful, very sad as well. Like, it's like it's finality, you know. It has a finality type of feel about it. Maybe that song does. And it's pretty good, after a bit. And, yeah. It's a nice way to end off the series, it does, even though it was not intended to be the last episode. They intended to do like another series of it, actually. Don't know when, actually, but what I would have done. I think people talk about this series before, so I won't go into much detail, of course. But of course, Mrs. Thatcher had a thing of very much had involved, you know, getting rid of TVS, Thames Television, TVAM. You know, some of those independent ones, of course, and they sadly went away like at the end of 992, unfortunately. And yeah, fortunately, that's shame. You know, there could have been so much more like interesting stories and interesting series. I don't know if it might have been great, of course, but who knows? Would it be like a cult phenomenon as it is now? Who knows? Yes. That's worth thinking about, that is. That is worth actually thinking about. So, that's really it, really. You know, a good selection episode, you know, you have two very good ones that start, strong ones that start. Then you have like a middling finale, very much, even though the ending, sort of halfway, like the second half of it, like its sort of second act, very much is great, of course. Towards the beginning, it's like, I don't know, if I would be interested to stop and eject other cassette, I don't know. I did that a few times, but I actually managed to get through the whole episode, only when I was younger, so fair enough. So that's me talk about TUGS Volume 4, the Purple Edition, High Tide Warrior Big Freeze from 1990. Anyway, thank you guys for watching, and as always, see you for the next video.